Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends Trackmaster Railway Adventure, Episode 29, Indignity James. James was back to pulling coaches after Sir Topham Hatt had shut him up in the shed for a couple of days. James had learned his lesson because it kind of ruined his red paint, but he was back to pulling coaches. However, Gordon did not like that. Gordon was now sulking. "Pah," said Gordon, "this is ridiculous. How is James pulling my express coaches?" he said firmly. "Well," said Percy, isn't James red, ain't James's red paint in the front? Ain't James's, whatever," said Gordon. "Stop mumbling, Percy. Say what you gotta say." "Okay," said Percy. "Okay, I was just playing with you." "I'm not in the mood," said Gordon crossly. "Anyway," said Percy, "isn't James's beautiful red paint blossom with your red coaches?" "Yes, well, I gotta admit that," said Gordon. "But still, James is pulling my coaches, and I don't like it a bit," said Gordon. "You don't like it?" said Percy. "Not really," said Gordon. You see, he said, James, he's too boastful about it." "Well, I didn't hear James boast about it at all." "Well," said Gordon, "I'm tired of it, and I'm not gonna stand like this." James was about to puff out of the station till Thomas came in with Annie and Clara. Thomas rushed by. "What was that all about?" said James. "I don't know," said Toby, "but Thomas must be in a real hurry." However, James had to go to Farquhar Station to pick up some passengers to bring them to the docks. "Alright," said James, "that's my cue. I better leave." And he puffed away. Soon James made his way into Farquhar Station, and then he had to pick up the passengers. "Come on, hurry up," said James. "I can't be late for the docks, you know." "Just a minute," said the passengers. "You can't be that quick about it, James." "Well, I am," said James. "Come on. We don't have all day." "I know we don't have all day," said the passengers, "but, James, I wish Gordon was back pulling the express." "Well, I'm sorry," said James. "What we gotta do is tell Sir Topham Hatt on you again," said the passengers. Sir Topham Hatt. James shut his mouth. He didn't want to be shut up in the shed again. However, one of the passengers had some paint on him, and he was right in the front of the first coach. And if James went too fast, well, the backside of him would turn blue, since that's what the passenger's paint he was carrying. So James had to be careful, but James did not notice this. "Come on," said James. "Hurry along," he said crossly. "Alright," they said, and James puffed out of the station. Said James. "Passengers these days," he said. "Passengers these days." And then there was trouble. James went through the Blue Mountain Quarry. He went through the quarry, and then James bumped the coach too hard that the passenger with the blue paint, it accidentally spilt all over James's backside. "Oh," said James. "What is that?" he said crossly. "What is that?" And then James bumped the coach's back. What was that?" said James crossly. "James," said the passenger firmly, if you would not have bumped you, maybe the paint would not have spilt on you." "What paint?" said James, trying not to lose his temper. "This blue paint I have. Now your backside's mostly blue." "What?" said James. "Oh no! Seriously? You made my backside blue?" "It's your fault," he said crossly to the passenger. You should not have bumped the coaches too hard." "Whatever," said James. "Now I gotta go to the works." Tired of this railway, he said. Well, we're tired of you bumping us around, said the passenger. Yes, we really is. We really are, said one of the other passengers. That's it, said James. He bumped the freight car. He bumped the coaches hard again. Too much. That more paint spilled on him. How did more paint spill on me, said James, when I bumped it backwards? And plus, said James, did you do it on purpose, or is the paint on a stool? Yeah, the paint is on a stool, so I don't have any control over it. Whatever, said James. Come on. James went back to the station and he felt very silly. Please, said James. Will I ever learn? Will I ever learn, he said. And he was really thinking about, will he ever learn?